And now on Trevor Sports, the Republic of Ireland in their Group E crunch match against Sweden. Brought to you live, introduced by Trev Lynam. It's Euro 2020 live.
Shot himself, it's in!
Yes! Hansen!
They've got a goal here.
Goal! Luckily!
Good evening, welcome back to Euro 2020 Live, where tonight the luck of the Irish might just be what's required. Republic of Ireland know that a win will keep their track to progress in this tournament on. A draw might hinder it, defeat will end it today. It all hangs on the line, so therefore we've got a very impartial panel with us today. Trevor Hansen and the suitably well attired and former Republic of Ireland international Trevor Lawrenson. But first, highlights of Denmark versus Belgium. The game took place earlier on this evening, and our commentator was Trevor Davis. Here's Ericsson in space, and Dries Mertens, the Napoli centre forward, gets away from him. Here's Lukaku in Hazard, overlapping is Thorgan Hazard. That's a dangerous looking pass to Lukaku, pushes away Christensen, and there is the opening goal for Belgium. Romelu Lukaku again. His third goal of the championships. Too much power for Denmark to deal with. Thibaut Courtois has moved to clap his centre forwards. That was lovely, lovely finishing by Lukaku. Belgium can secure qualification to the knockout stages with at least a win today. Hazard with good work. Thorgan Hazard, this was a fantastic pass. But the strength Lukaku had to push himself away from Andreas Christensen and then finish. As one former Chelsea man gets the better of the currents. Great work this was. One-on-one with Kasper Schmeichel. From those situations in which Lukaku doesn't have to hesitate, he's an outstanding centre forward. Ericsson's corner. Utalele! Oh! How about that? 1-0 here. Denmark are level. Game on. What a start to this game. Delaney with a brilliant header from the corner. Denmark get themselves level. Game on here at the King Power. Delaney sits there and tries to G up his side, but look at this. Great corner. Great header from Delaney. You'd have to ask yourself, where was his marker? Because Delaney and Vertonghen completely missed him. Delaney equalises for Denmark. Here's Hazard. Again, options to a left. Tillemans has come all the way wide. Thorgan Hazard's come central. This is he. Back up wide to Tillemans. Number 17. Used to providing goals at this ground. See what I mean? See what I mean? Romelu Lukaku! Tielemans has provided the cross. Lukaku heads home his second goal today. Fourth of Euro 2020. Tielemans is used to providing opportunities for his club side on this ground. For his country, this is a great cross. This is just the sort of meat and drink Lukaku's going to absolutely thrive on. Too strong for a Danish defenders. Belgium lead. This is Olsen. Good touch and a good control. He's got space. And he provided a cross. Just Jorgensen in the box. This is Jorgensen! Oh! And again! Oh, he's hit the post! Goodness gracious! Well, this was a great cross, and Jorgensen had all the time in the world. It's a fantastic stop, though, and he was desperately unlucky on the rebound. Hazard to Hazard again in the area. Hazard, Lukaku, and that settles it surely now. Well, as one centre forward comes desperately close, while the other centre forward absolutely makes certain. The match ball is Lukaku's. The 3 points could be Belgium. And one of the challengers and one of the most fancied sides for these championships are surely now into the round of 16. Surely one to be feared. Great finish by Lukaku when he's prevented with it. His captain knew exactly what to do. Get it to him. There he goes. Space again, and he just has the strength to push himself away from Christian Eriksen. This was the key moment. Dejar there. Eriksen. Christensen. Past Schmeichel. Romelu Lukaku for Belgium. Eriksen's corner. Oh! Olsen had a good opportunity to head it. Got a good connection and just couldn't direct it. Schmeichel's going to want to get this forward. 5 minutes to go, time is running out, but the throw isn't good enough. And now it's suddenly left that Romelu Lukaku's found himself through. Blast it home! His fourth goal, what a performance by Lukaku! His sixth goal of these championships. He's on absolute fire today. It's Romelu Lukaku 4, Denmark 1. Look at this terrible throw out. Thorgan Hazard, Eden Hazard. Suddenly Lukaku's got away. And it's Christensen again who cannot live with Romelu Lukaku. This was the key moment. Dejar taken out by that pass there by Hazard. Lukaku is through. One-on-one with Schmeichel. And again, when he doesn't hesitate, he's a deadly centre forward. 4 goals tonight shows his real quality. Well, magnificent performance for Belgium. They are in the knockout stages of the European Championships, and in the East Midlands they've eased past Denmark, and Romelu Lukaku, the star of the show for Belgium. They've looked an incredibly impressive side in these championships, and they will be in the last 16. Full time here, Belgium 4, Denmark 1. Well, Belgium are through to the last 16, and they've been confirmed potentially the way it's still looking to be in England's half of the group. Trevor, I put it to you today. First and foremost, how impressive did Belgium look, Trevor? And to yourself, Trevor, what are your thoughts on tonight's game? Oh, I think Belgium are real contenders for this tournament. They've got everything, and I think in Romelu Lukaku and Eden Hazard, I got one of the best attacking lineups, I think, in these championships. Well, Ireland have pulled off some miracles before, and I think that's what they need to summon the spirit of today. I think at Anfield, it's going to feel very much like a home game. It'll feel like Dublin, and I think if they get things right tonight, I think Ireland will get the win they need. Well then, let's find out what's happening. Well, the teams are in the tunnel and ready to go at Anfield, so let's go live to our commentator to take over for us. It's a very warm welcome again to Trevor Gubba this evening.
Thanks, Trevor. Welcome to Anfield. Republic of Ireland kicking off against Sweden today, looking to get on their first win on the board after losing to Poland 2-1. Spain beat Sweden 1-0, so they'll be looking to get the first 3 points on the board. But now it's time to pause for the national anthems, starting with the Republic of Ireland. Anthems done. Now let's look at today's teams. Sweden line up with Granville and Orlando at the back, Berg up front alongside Quaison, Lawrenson in the middle of the park. As for the Republic of Ireland, they line up with Randolph in goal, Egan and Duffy at the back, Coleman and Doherty with Hendrick and Long up front, out wide. And it's going to be a tough game for Ireland today against Sweden, both looking to get off to positive starts in their games. As Sweden kick off with Orlando picks up. Orlando towards Berg. Berg controls, can he know? Duffy's in there for Ireland and McArthur now. For Arter, Long through the middle. Brady out wide. Brady back towards Long, but given away. And Berg now is it for Sweden. Quaison goes down. Arter intercepts. Egan now. Here's Duffy. Ireland and Sweden looking to get their first 3 points on the board after losing, but only one winner it could be today. But who will that be? As Brady comes forward now for the Republic of Ireland against Lustig. Granville now has it for Sweden up towards Berg, who controls well, but then Ireland win it back. Now McCarthy. Arter back to McCarthy. Ireland lost by 2-1 in their opening game against Poland, and Sweden were defeated narrowly by a 1-0 against Spain. As balls towards Brady inside the penalty area. Now Lawrenson is forward towards Berg, but Duffy's there along with Egan, and Doherty now picks up. Switch in the play to Coleman on that far side, the right. Daniel goes to McCarthy into Harry Arter. Arter across now to Conor Uran of Aston Villa. Brady. Go Doherty on the overlap. Classen for company. Love the ball in towards Jeff Hendrick. Headed clear. Now Coleman. He can't pick up his Forsberg can for Sweden. Forsberg coming forward. Love the ball down the line for Quaison. Quaison now inside to Augustinsson. Now it's Svensson. Now Berg. Now Klassensen. Lawrenson. Who went for company. Lawrenson still going. Back to Svensson. Up to his penalty where Duffy wins the header. Cleared away all as far as Lustig. Now Lawrenson. Svensson. Lawrenson loses out, but there's a foul there by Brady, I think it was. It could have been possibly Arter. We'll check on this replay. He was by Robbie Brady, but didn't really run much in that, to be fair. For the Republic of Ireland, number 7, Robbie Brady pleading his innocence there. The referee's not interested. Lawrenson with this free kick, 7 minutes gone. Lawrenson. Bowling towards the penalty area, cleared away Coleman. To Hendrick. And Hendrick pushed Long through. Long moves out to Granvist. Was an unfair challenge there from Granvist. On Long. Move the ball into Long. Controls well, turns away. And Granvist fetches him down. Sweden captain. No booking for him though. I don't think no. We went to take this free kick for Ireland. Up towards Hendrick on the edge of the penalty area. Out wide to Coleman. Inside the box now, Coleman. Over the ball in from Coleman to Long. And it down. Carson's kind of clear away. Can. To Lawrenson. Now Forsberg. Svensson. Augustinsson. Up towards Berg. But Ireland with Egan intercepts now. Archer picks up. Hendrick on to Brady. Forward into Long, but can't pick him out. Lustig. For Berg. But Egan is there to intercept. But only as expensive a throw-in to Sweden. 10 minutes gone, still goalless. Clarkson into Svensson. Forsberg is out wide. Switches the play for Clarkson. Will try for the first time cross in. Blocked by Dirty, now Brady. Long. Does well. To hold off 2 men. And feel the ball out wide to Dirty now. He moves out to Clarkson. We went trying to win it back for Ireland. Brady helps him out. And now it's Long. Conor Uran gives possession away. Granvist now. Looking for Berg. Good start to this game, but Larson's in there for Berg. And to Larson. Larson shoots. Larson has scored. Sweden turn the lead. It's Larson with it. Fantastic goal. It's first of the tournament. And that is a fantastic goal there by Sweden to take the lead here at Anfield. The Irish fans not overly happy. Sweden fans are. But Arsenal with the goal after a neat 1-2 with Berg. After a long ball forward up to Berg, who could have win that Egan did. Knocked down to Clarkson. 1-2 with Berg, and then slots beyond Randolph. Randolph had no chance. Lovely through ball from Berg. And Clarkson finishes it off superbly well. And Sweden take a 1-goal lead. Ireland have some work to do now for to get back into this. Egan across to Coleman. McCarthy. Egan. Poor pass from Egan and Berg intercepts. Egan trying to pick out Uran, but Berg's Lawrenson saved by Randolph. Berg. Slow in for Ireland Jets. Berg. Lawrenson. Lawrenson turns. Archer's in there to intercept. Up towards Long. And Brady. And it's Brady who's got it. Now Hendrick. No, it can't pick out Hendrick actually. Now Lustig has it back for Sweden. Up to Berg. Egan does well this time with the header to Dirty. Now he plays it to Duffy. And Ireland need to come out now and try and get a goal here, because they could potentially be out after this game if they don't pick up all 3 points in this one. Sweden will give themselves a chance if they are to get something and get out of this group. But Brady now. Big Brady. Still going Brady. Still going Brady. And he managed to get through there, Brady. Brady, sorry. Goes down, and what's the free kick is? Is it a free kick or a penalty? Checks in on the player who's been booked. Granvist, that is. for that challenge on Brady. Was it outside or was it inside? It's just outside on the edge of the penalty area. Looked like a flaying elbow. So could have potentially seen a red, but Gambis is in the box nevertheless. We ran with the free kick. In towards Hendrick at the back post. Brady's there. Back to Arter. Connor and the free kick taker. McCarthy. And now Sweden intercept. And that's a foul there. And a free kick to Sweden. Foul by McCarthy, I think. On Berg. Yes, he was. Knee to the back of his leg. 19 minutes gone here. Sweden 1, Ireland 0. And that's Berg will chest down under the push from Arter. And Long comes back to help out and win the ball back for Ireland. Up to Brady from Dirty. Now Long. He's got to keep it. Now back to Uran. Dirty continued his run down the line. Into Arter. Forward towards Long. There's too much on that from Arter's. Lawrenson picks up and towards Querson. Briggs Sweden give possession away and Ireland coming forward once more. In towards Long left. From the right hand side. Egan will lead him. We win the header for Duffy. Who picks Dirty out. We'll have to backtrack to get that. Egan now for Duffy. McCarthy can't win that possession and Carson plays the ball looking for Berg. Berg controls on the edge of the penalty area. He loses out. And now Archer feeds McCarthy. And now Hendrick. What can Jeff Hendrick do here? Back to Coleman. That's what he can do. And he can now pick out Duffy. "23 minutes gone here at Anfield, Sweden 1, Ireland 0. Euro 2020. Andrew loses out to Lusty. And Lusty pumps the ball forward. Egan wins the ball for Querson. Querson goes on another challenge there of Duffy, can't pick up, doesn't get anything, and Duffy and then Ireland lose possessioners. Carson now to Lawrenson, and now Svensson. Lawrenson once more. Svensson. Lawrenson. Carson loses down McCarthy. Back to Randolph. Across to Edam. The line is Dirty. Back to Edam. Uram to Duffy. Coleman. Here's Randolph. The ball's forward towards Hendrick, but can't pick up. Pick him out and now Lawrenson. Into Berg. Berg takes a touch. And strikes against the post and behind. I wonder if Randolph got a touch to that. Good ball forward into Querson. Controls. One touch to Berg. One touch. Sets himself. Strikes off the post. And Ireland got away one there. Randolph to Duffy. Now Coleman. Down the line is Hendrick. And forward into Long. With return from Long. Can't get striking on goal though. And Lawrenson back to Elander. Felipe Elander there. Up towards Berg. Now Uran picks up for Ireland. And he picks his pass, just pick out Brady, who picks out Long. To Arter. Harry Arter. McCarthy. Coleman. In towards Long with that cross. Headed clear. Svensson. Elander. I think it was Elander who headed the ball clearing as well. Berg. Svensson. Berg. Forsberg. Can't pick out a teammate as Ireland win possession back and now Doherty plays it forward. Brady gets that from Uran's pass. after Doherty's pass was cut out. Now McCarthy. For Andrew back to McCarthy. Now wide. It goes to Coleman. Coleman controlling well. McCarthy once more. Arter. McCarthy. Towards Coleman. We'll just pick it up. And then towards Long. Headed clear. And Berg back. All the way back there. Up and out. Svensson. Augustinsson. Berg. Svensson. Across to Lustig. And plays it forward looking for Berg. But can't pick him out. As Egan wins the header. Doherty plays it to Coleman. He knocks it to Duffy. Can't go anywhere through that. So Egan can fetch it, be filled forward. Yes, can knock it forward in fact. To Brady back to Ruan. On to Brady once more. And now our wide to Doherty. Long. Hendrick. Arter. Arter strikes. Saved by the keeper. Olsen. No, Lustig. Good chance there for Allen. That's the first chance of the game from them. And it's took him to the 35th minute. And then poor ball there. Looking for Brady. No, Lawrenson has it from Larson's pass. Now Berg. Berg's trying to pick out Forsberg. And now Coleman. Hendrick. And then it goes into Long. Loses out. And wins a free kick in the process again for a foul by Granvist, who went through the back of him. Hendrick saying it should be a second yellow, but the referee says let me deal with it. Let's deal with it with just a caution for with just a talking to for Granvist in fact. A little cynical chip there. Long could have been away from him. Thinking of what he was doing there. Granvist, who's holding the yellow card. We're on over this free kick for Ireland. Saved by Olsen. He was on target. And a fantastic stop by Olsen. Berg controls well. Into crossing. Strikes just wide on the post. Sweden close to doubling the lead. Ball from Granvist up to Berg. Controlled, turning, playing through to Olsen. Crossing and can't fire on target this time. Ireland have been let off there. Coming towards the final 5 minutes of the match, of the first half should I say, and it's Sweden 1, Ireland 0. And Ireland will have some serious work to do in the second half if they are to get something out of this one. Now, one of the trouble the keeper wants, despite having a lot of the possession. And Lustig pushes this ball back forward. Egan wins the header. Can he go to keep it in now? Olsen to Lawrenson. Now Berg. Svensson. Who strikes just over the bar. Another chance for Berg. Sits up Lawrenson. And couldn't find the target there. It was Svensson actually. With that ball over. Randolph with a short goal kill this time to Duffy. McCarthy. Back to Duffy and Arter. Coleman now has it. Down the line for Hendrick. Coleman was it back. After it looked like Hendrick was fouled. Referee said no now. Augustinsson plays the ball forward looking for Berg. Egan wins the header, well for Quarsson. And Quarsson takes away from Duffy. And he's put Berg through and goal. Berg left inside the penalty area. Berg shot dived and Randolph. And now Ireland trying to pass it out from the back as they're just jumping it forward. Hendrick. Long to Arter. Back into Long. On to Brady. Can't be counterman over there, but free kick, foul on Brady by the looks of it. Yes, it was kicked by Lustig at the bottom of his foot. There was Brady. Sweden 1, Ireland 0. Coming up towards half time. Final 3 minutes of the first half. As well as shot, takes deflection off the wall and claimed by Lawrenson. And balls the ball up to Lustig. Now Brandbest. Headed down towards Berg. Got Hansen. Forsberg can't pick up. As Allen keep possession as Duffy. For Coleman. Arter. Hendrick. Brady up towards Long. Svensson there. Controls. 1 minute stoppage time. Forsberg. Augustusson, not much stoppages less. Other reason only for 1 minute. Dirty. Brady. What can Brady do here? His and picks up to Dirty. Duffy. And there goes the half-time whistle. For Arsenal's 14th minute goal. There's a difference here at Anfield as Liverpool, Sweden take a 1-goal lead into the break. And they had a lot of possession, but didn't really create much. They have 1 ball forward, and the ball between Berg and Lawrenson with the 1-2. See Sweden lead by a goal to the half time. Trevor.
Well, half time, Sweden leave Ireland by a 1-0. Trevor, I'm going to go to you first. What's gone wrong for Ireland in that half? They look tired, Trevor. They really do. I think the schedule's not helping, and whoever's come up with this clearly hasn't thought things through for the Republic of Ireland, playing both their games within a couple of days. But yeah, they look tired. They look devoid of ideas, and I can't see them finding a way past Sweden at the moment. Well, from your point, Trevor, where's it gone wrong for Ireland in that half? Walk us through the action of that first half. Well, Sweden's goal, to be honest, comes from absolutely nothing. It's a long ball over the top, a mistake by John Egan, and Quaison suddenly finds himself through a nice little 1-2 with Berg. But it's Ireland on their own downfall. Don't get me wrong, it's a good finish by Quaison. Not difficult to do that in front of the cop, but look at this. Just a simple 1-2 that does them after winning possession, and just takes one touch, and maybe Randolph should have done better, to be honest, on second inspection. And Ireland were just really sloppy at the back, just continued to make mistake, followed mistake. That was a much better stop by Randolph, but again, poor defending, and he's having to produce heroics. And I think that's that'll be Ireland's problem in this game. They're just not defending very well. I think Granville was actually, in my opinion, lucky to be on the pitch at this point. Yeah, should have gone, should have been a straight red. But then again, it should have been 2-0. Marcus Berg's effort striking the post, and Ireland a fraction away from having an impossible task. They were unable to do it against Poland, but they started to create chances about on the half-hour mark. Shane Long trying to force the opportunity. Harry Arter probably should have done more from this effort. Hits it right at the goalkeeper, so that's why the keeper there, perhaps one bit for the cameras, it was hit at him. Should have really caught it. But this is again the long ball over the top again, and Berg, who's been dominant as a proper old-fashioned target centre forward, and Quaison running behind as the poacher is making all the difference today. Here was Svensson's effort, and again that wasn't too far away, and again it was Ireland with poor defending. It's always expect them to be resolute and well organised, and they haven't been that today. They've been completely overrun by Sweden. And Randolph has been their stand-up player for them in this half. Huahane's free kick took a deflection. It was lucky, but you need a bit of luck in tournaments, and I think Ireland might have ridden all the luck they can. It's a question of they can't play any worse, so they've got to play better in the second half, so hopefully they've got a shout. Well then, time for the second half, accompanied by Trevor Gubba. Let's see if Ireland can get themselves back into this.
Welcome back to Anfield as the second half is underway. Ireland kick us off, taking the goal to my right as McCarthy picks up. To Duffy, looks like no changes to both sides. Ireland trail by that 14th minute goal from Lawrenson. if you've just joined us here on Trevor Sports. Where have you been? Euro 2020 clash between Sweden and Ireland here at Anfield. As balls up towards Hendrick, but he can't pick up. And now Ireland in possession by Egan after one ball looking for Berg was cut out. Duffy now has it. Ireland trying to get back into this game, needing a victory to have a chance of progressing after losing their opening game to Poland by 2-1. Sweden need a win as well after losing 1-0 to the Spanish in the first group game. So it'll be interesting to see how both sides approach the second half as Brady comes forward for the Republic of Ireland. Ireland with Brady lose out to Lawrenson, and now Svensson looking for Berg over the top. McCarthy can't go into Eagles knocked down. Doherty now picks up after a poor ball forward by Lawrenson, and now long as if for Ireland upfield. Alander for company now wide to Robbie Brady on this left hand side. Far left hand side now. Brady's fouled there by Carson. Doherty across still have free kick, but I think he'll leave it to Egan. Or Uran, I think. Probably Uran. Maybe better than Egan. So Egan can get in the box and use some height. He's Conor Uran who will tear this free kick in towards the penalty area goes. Headed clear. McCarthy chasing after this, trying to keep the ball in play, keep the pressure on Sweden, and he does. Hendrick now, back out wide. He goes to McCarthy, crossed in, headed clear. And as far as Arthur knocks the header down to Uran to that free kick. Arthur once more. Uran again. Now Doherty. Brady. What can Brady do here? He's got his shot. And was blocked down for a throw, or I should say out for a throw, and that's down line for Doherty from that throw. Doherty towards Long with the header, it's deflected off the defender. It will be a corner. Good positive start by Ireland, ball in, shown off Islander I think in the end. Long's header, and it's still Sweden 1, Republic of Ireland 0. Good positive start from the Irish low. Let's say this corner, 52 minutes gone. Ball in towards the penalty area, it goes long. Moves out to now Berg, what can he do with the ball? He can put Clausen away, can he? No, because Egan's across there to intercept, and now Coleman. 4-2 long this time, long. Here's Hendrick on this near side of the right. Then Sweden win the ball back in. Lawrenson gets it from Augustinson. Augustinson plays inside to Lawrenson. And now Svensson. Now Clausen. Forsberg. His cross is blocked. Svensson. Augustinson. He gives the ball away to Long. Now Hendrick. And now Arter. Now McCarthy. Ireland playing well inside the second half. 10 minutes of that second half has gone. Sweden 1, Ireland 0. Doherty collects after he knocks the header back towards him. After the ball looking for Berg was cut out by the Sheffield United defender. And now he picks a brilliant pass out to Coleman. Never turning and loses out here at Anfield. And now Berg after Clausen's through ball. Egan, the Sheffield United defender, is across there to win the ball back. Doherty now has it. And gets it back. Left only 1-2. Running now Brady back to towards Archie, but he can't pick up now. Berg has it for Sweden. Lawrenson. Forsberg inside the penalty area, twisting, turning. McCarthy out. As well told him up in, as does Coleman, now Lawrenson. Lawrenson. Svensson. Hendrick is back to our party now, Coleman. To Egan. McCarthy. Coleman. Duffy. Good start to the second half as Duffy to copycat Coleman there. And what can Ireland do here now? It's Forsberg for Augustinsson. Augustinsson has possession. Forsberg to Augustinsson. And his shot is... oh, should I say his cross is blocked. Augustinsson with the throw. And it's Svensson away from McCarthy. Back to Augustinsson. McCarthy across there. And Augustinsson is fouled by McCarthy. Free kick to Sweden. Now we're gone. So just watch this replay here at Anfield. McCarthy knew what he was doing there. We'll let Augustinsson get past him. And Lawson's across to Tayless. Lawson with the ball towards penalties, headed away. And then cleared away up to Hendrick, you know, and also too long, controls. Balls off Granvist. And now feeds in Coleman by the path of Hendrick. Hendrick gets it back now. Also for company, Svensson's across to block out Coleman. Just go back to McCarthy. And then in space. Arter. Still 1-0 to Sweden. Coleman wins Ireland a free kick. Hendrick across and takes it quickly to Coleman. Trying to catch Sweden off guard. Yeah. Hendrick. Puts some dangerous ball in for Long. And Long has scored! Ireland a level! Shane Long with it! And one across from Hendrick. And they say that free kick was trying to catch Sweden out cold. And it looks like it has worked. Ireland back level here at Anfield. Sweden 1, Ireland 1. Lovely quick free kick. Coleman back to Hendrick and fantastic cross. Olsen never get anywhere near that. And Ireland are now back on level terms with a fantastic cross from Hendrick. And a lovely header down into the bottom corner. Olsen will never get into that. Long celebrates. As for the Ireland fans, it's Sweden 1, Ireland 1, and we've got a game on here now. Granvist. Egan wins the header as Granvist can't pick out Berg. Ireland could be in the ascendancy there now. Ascendancy, should I say. Now Hendrick. Long, goal scorer for Ireland. Still going long, he's running back. Now Brady. He loses out though. Now Lawrenson. So wants to go win the ball initially for Brady. Lawrenson. He gives the ball away. Both teams in the second half seem to be giving the ball away. Sweden 1, Ireland 1 at Anfield. Coleman. Long. Lawrenson. Egan. Arter. Ruan. Now Doherty. Ireland coming forward. Far side the left. Ruan now. Back into Doherty. Down our far side the left. Up towards Lustig. Attacking Lustig, should I say. Towards the penalty area. Lustig does well to win it. By now Granvist. He kicks forward. Lawrenson. Now Forsberg. And now Ireland coming forward. Hendrick. Not foul there by Svensson according to the referee. Looked it to me though. You see a replay of it. See if he was though. And first feeling it was. It's awesome. Berg. Who ran intercepts. For Long. Now Brady. Ruan. Egan. Coleman. Duffy. Hendrick, McCarthy, Kopico, and now Forsberg. Lawrenson, Sweden goal scorer. Svensson, Lawrenson. He loses out, so now Ireland can come forward. Jump to long, holds up well, and facing dirty on our far side of the left, and line the goes to Robbie Brady. Brady's still going. And Lustig can come away from Sweden now, down the line of dirt. The Bagel controls well on his chest. Picks out Lawrenson. Onto Bagels to be tied now. And poor clearance there from Ireland as Lawrenson comes off for Olsen. Olsen on the field. To Olsen now. Olsen. Forsberg. Why didn't go for offside there? Somebody cancelled from managed to get the shot to where he couldn't. And now long. Goes out. And now Lustig has it back for Sweden. Up towards Berg. Olsen in there. Duffy's across to clear. And they made their face up as Sean Maguire comes on to replace Robbie Brady. Still 6 minutes gone here. Ireland and Sweden both drawing one apiece. And what can Sweden or Ireland do to try and find that winner? Olsen, back to Lustig. Forsberg. Olsen. Maguire just on for Ireland. Back to Doherty. And now Eden. And now it's Duffy for Ireland. What can Duffy do here now? Picks out Coleman. Down the line for Hendrick. Lovely ball this from Hendrick. A lovely run from Hendrick as well. Out wide to Coleman. Brilliant pass. Next to one favourite forward. Hendrick crosses. Long crosses blocked for the side. Pushes him back to Olsen. The goalkeeper, Elanda now. For Olsen. Duffy. Coleman. Hendrick. Gustafsson to Berg. But he goes in there first. Now Urahan picks up. Now that from Maguire was just fresh on as a substitute. And towards Logan Hendrick, but Elander's across there. And now he plays it across his goal line. Fortunately for Sweden, no Irish player was on the goalkeeper, otherwise it would have been a dangerous power close to his first goal. As long goes off his man. Long inside the penalty, trailing. Arter! Just right from Arter. With about 9 minutes to go here in this game. Ball into long. Out off two men. Arter intercepts and then just fires it wide. Arter gets out English, I was saying. Just fires it wide of the post. And Sweden, very lucky there not to be 2-1 down. As Seaman comes on for Clarkson. Seaman now picks up to Olsen, to Seaman. Olsen, Seaman. Or Seaman. Seaman will go with. Here's Seaman now to Olsen. Svensson. Olsen, Svensson. Olsen. Berg. Just away from his man. And Egan there. It's a foul. What else was everyone just saying? But Graham was for a similar challenge like that in the first half. Now booking Egan in the second. No consistency from this referee then, by the looks of it. As that was a late challenge there by Egan. His foot coming and still going straight across his knee. McLean's off throughout, should I say. So Gustafsson strikes into the wall. So out to Forsberg. Shot is blocked. Seaman can't pick up. It is blocked. Lustig with the throw. Final 6 minutes of the game here. Sema should I say. Lustig. Sema. Away from Sema now. And there's a free kick to Sweden. One back there, helping out in the defending, and boogies away a free kick. 5 minutes to go. Sweden 1, Republic of Ireland 1. And a poor challenge there from Long. He wasn't going anywhere. Stay on your feet, Long, and just force him back. Like Curran was doing, just force him back. Force him away from the goal. So we're going to give him a free kick in a dangerous position here. Augustinson will take the free kick. In towards the penalty area. And it's headed clear. Forsberg. Augustinson. The shot is blocked. Looks like he took a deflection off his own teammate as well. That's what's going to happen with it, I don't think. Or Zeno wasn't on target. Yeah, because he took a deflection off his own man as well as he's not being on target. Augustinson there. Because that could have been a corner to Sweden. Instead of goal kick to Ireland, which Randolph will take to Duffy. McCarthy, Duffy, McLean, Egan, Houghton, Dirty. Rubber ball forward to Maguire. Now Long. Here's Hendrick. Back it goes to McLean. Coleman. Final 3 minutes of the 90 to go. Ireland win a free kick. Taken quickly by McLean to McCarthy. McLean won't take this one quickly though. Little foul on McCarthy by Svensson, I think it is. We run over this one. About 25 yards out, Uran. To Maguire, picks out Maguire into Doherty turns. To McLean. Maguire. All it was Hendrick with the header. Just over. That could be the chance to win it for Ireland. Lovely cross in by Maguire. Picks him out of the back post. He couldn't keep his header down and on target. And in trouble Olsen. Augustinson. And towards Quorson. Final couple of minutes to go. Into the final minute now, should I say. And Augustinson has possession. Forsberg, a goal here from either side now will win this contest. There's Ireland stupidly gives a free kick away on the edge of the penalty area. And Duffy goes into the book for that challenge. Poor challenge that. It was going across the face of the box. You need to make that challenge, Duffy. It was a free kick, Duffy, mate. No point shaking your finger there. So Augustinson and Forsberg over this. Augustinson takes. Augustinson fires it wide. In towards the final 10 minutes of the 90 before we see how many minutes of stoppage to come. But that's a poor free kick from Sweden's point of view there. Took a deflection, corner. Unlike he did to me. Forsberg to steal the corner. There's a penalty headed towards the goal and wide. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time. They'll be down to the goal and the substitutions, I would imagine. and probably the free kicks as well, as Lawrenson was the man who headed that wide from that corner. Looks like it could be a 1-0 draw unless someone provides a last minute winner here for their countries. Duffy on the booking. Cross to Egan. I need to get it forward. Let's try and get a winner here. Hendrick is on to Long. Long is not foul there, looked like it was to me. Lawrenson controls. Here's Forsberg. Sweden can't win it now, can they? Forsberg across. He's headed over the bar. Berg with the chance to win it there for Sweden. Sweden's best chance to win it there for me. Forsberg dug out across. And Berg couldn't keep his head down and on target. Randolph kicks it long. Last chance to now for Ireland. Long. Alex Maguire. Less than 20 seconds to go. Hendrick. McCarthy. Coleman will play over 3 minutes of stoppage time. Coleman. And it goes. Comes down, shot blocked. Cleared away. And Uran. And a last chance free kick now for Ireland. Let's get this on target. Test keeper, they could potentially win this here. Senna. Oh, Kevin as a substitute. With that fouled. No more. Oh, Blazers will be in the book, even though it's late on in the game. That's a poke challenge. See, he just kicks out to Uran there. When Uran wasn't going anywhere. No, Uran, can he win this for Ireland here? Can Uran? Into the wall, no, that he can't. All up towards Coleman, he's up in the air. Away by Sweden. And there goes the full-time whistle. Clausen's 14th minute goal, shall say. Cancelled by Shane Long's header in the second half. Ireland up and puff for the late winner, as did Sweden, but I think overall the draw would be a fair result on reflection here at Anfield. It is finished. Sweden 1, Ireland 1. Trevor.
Well, confirmation of that result means Ireland have to beat Spain in their final group game to progress. They did it against Italy last time. What's stopping them this time? Trevor, what's your thoughts on that match? Disappointing, really. I think when you look at it, Ireland just weren't good enough to beat Sweden. They had the chances, but the balance of the power of the game, Sweden should have been out of sight by half time. I think Ireland will probably take a point and they'll probably be happier for it, but no, I don't think they played anything like we know they're capable of. Well, Trevor, talk us through what happened during the second half, because Ireland, to their credit, did get themselves back in the game. Yeah, and I think they did it more out of willpower than necessary skill, but we'll look at it here. One thing Ireland did much better in this half was they pressed a lot more, and we can see here when they finally got crosses in, they were able to cause problems. That was a great header, by the way. Hendrick with a really good cross, but Shane Long picks that spot out, and that's an unbeatable header. But again, this was what we were on about. Sweden still continued to make chances, and they're quite fortunate on this occasion. Augustinsson here with this effort, you can see where he lines this up for the strike, takes a deflection off Berg and runs wide, and that goes lucky. 90th minute, Duffy gives away a free kick, and you think to yourself, oh my word, this is it. Augustinsson's free kick strikes the wall. Alright, that's fine. And in the game, which were not a lot for there, the last few minutes had everything. And then we've got Maguire's attempt, and I think that gets a connection that's in. Granvist, I think, has made a match-saving block, in my opinion. And the wall does its job. I think Conor Rahani's free kicks haven't been of the highest standards, but there we go. That's Ireland's. They're hanging in for the championship now. Well, it all comes down to a showdown with Spain in the European Championships. For Ireland, their luck might have just run out, but there's still one more round to go. From all of us, thank you very much for watching. You have a lovely evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow for Austria, Netherlands, that I'm promised, but don't know how this is. It's an amazing match. See you soon. Bye-bye.